Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be going with Annihilape in the Ultra League again. We're going to be using two different teams. We got another team for the last two battles here. After this video, we're going to be using one specific team until we hit the next rank. Just simple as that. I'm not going to try to go for legend. I just want to try to get this jacket here because I'm not trying to stress myself out with this nonsense game, if you know what I mean, right? So Annihilape is going strong, folks. I'm gonna have to say, despite Niantic coming out with all this nonsense, you know, recently too, with the Sinnoh Tour for 2024, and just straight up out the gate saying you're gonna have $10 worth of tickets, two tickets, $5 each, so you have to pay. I mean, you could still partake in the event, but I mean, it's really kind of annoying. But I'm gonna have to say, for this fighting event, in which they introduced Annihilape from Primeape, I'm gonna have to say it was legit. And the event before that was pretty good, and before that, they've been handing out the Stardust, and if you've been taking advantage of it, you should be stacking it up pretty well. I've been spending it very fast, but it has been accumulating right back into my bag, as I am constantly playing, doing a bunch of errands recently here before I go on my trip. So I'm having a blast, but credit where credit is due. They have been coming out with some pretty good events, I will admit, despite the paid tickets on the side, right? But with that said, let's go ahead and see what we have. This has been an awesome introduction into the game. Annihilape has just been amazing. Again, the event was great, and this is a good Pokemon out the gate. They gave it a great moveset, and they didn't make it... It's not hard to get it. All you have to do is battle a friend. I mean, they could just pick low combat power Pokemon, you beat them over and over again, and it's over. So yeah, very nice in that regard. But enough of me licking Niantic's boots. Let's go ahead and get into the gameplay here, or at least talk about it. If you can give this video a thumbs up to support the channel, to help me out, those are the reasons why I ask. It is always much appreciated, and it really does elevate my spirits. Just makes me a lot happier. You'll notice it in my tone if those likes keep up. But with that said, let's see. Now we'll get into it. All right, Shadow Balling that Glissopod, and man, oh man, Shadow Gengar is a nasty monster. All right, we're gonna go ahead and Shadow Ball the Cresselia here. Moonblast is super effective. Future Sight super effective as well. We're going to be able to survive that. Psycho Cutting Down, not necessarily going to happen here. Possibly, if they wanted to use a shield. Do they even have any more? They do not. And we have a double KO at the end, but I had a Pokemon left over, so we are taking that damn win. Let's go. Next game, Ampharos versus Ampharos. Okay, no problem. We have the Shadow, they have the regular one. Now they're going to be able to get a quick move through, but we're going to be able to get one through too here. We should be able to, let's see, unless they stop it perfectly. All right, we're not allowing them to sneak through this time. Throw in another brutal swing, and they survive with 1 HP because they know exactly what they're going to do here. They're going to, oh my goodness, throw in a Focus Blast and surviving with 1 HP. You got to give them props for that, for holding the ground. That was crazy. Gengar taking them out, and they're bringing in an XL Skarmory here. Okay, this is no problem. We're going to be taking decent damage as we do from everything that's neutral or super effective, obviously, with the Shadow Gengar, but we're going to be also doing a ton of damage as well. Now, since we do have the Annihilape back there, we need to be careful. So, do I go Shadow Ball here? Oh, we do. That was so stupid. I shouldn't have a beesh. Going for the Ice Punch, just trying to get the shield. Or just doing the damage. We're going to have to shield this up, and guess what? There's going to have to be something in the back that we're good up against, otherwise we're toast. So they're swapping. Oh, it's their own Annihilape. Okay, we still have a Pokemon left over. We still have that Gengar, so we can pull this off. That Skarmory's pretty low. We should be able to Shadow Ball them out here, or Shadow Claw them out of here. Hit me with a Shadow Ball. I was just thinking about that. And then the Gengar. Oh my gosh, they got to a charge. They had energy. I knew it. I knew as soon as I shielded that up, it was over. I just stayed to see if I could sneak it through, but they got me there. Good game. Next one, we're met with a Giratina. Shadow Ampharos is going to hold it down here for us, folks. Let's go. Let's see how we can pull this off. So far, this is a pretty even matchup here. We're going to be hitting pretty hard. We're going to have to get a shield up here if we want to win this matchup, and they're going to have to shield up too if they want to maintain it and stay in that winning position. Since they did use the shield, they will be able to, because they're going to be able to outpace us here and take us out unless we wanted to shield up again, in which we don't really want to do that. We don't want to use all that. So we'll bring in the Gengar here. Unfortunately, they're going to be able to get to a charge move, which is going to actually prompt me to use a shield right now and leaving me shieldless. But at the same time, we should be able to get a shield out of them with this Shadow Gengar. They're going to be bringing in a Tentacruel here. We're going for the Shadow Ball and we land it, which is pretty good. Getting to the Shadow Punch. I wonder if they want to shield this up here. And they do. Fantastic. Unfortunately, not able to Shadow Claw them down. Is this an Acid Spray? No way. It's a Skull for sure. And they have a Poliwrath in the back. So this, again, has nothing to do with skill whatsoever at this point. When it comes down to this situation here, there's nothing they can do. They just simply have the disadvantage. And again, this is a little bit unfortunate for Go Battle League and coming down to these end games, because, you know, what are they supposed to do? Simply back out. Good game there. Annihilape taking the win for us up against that. Oh, we're going up against Elon Musk. What is this? All right, looks like we're switching this team up here to Heliolisk and Charizard. Still, of course, got the Annihilape showcase on the team here. And this is a pretty good situation here up against the Tentacruel. We're going to go ahead and go for that Bulldoze. They're letting it go here. Scold's going to do a decent amount, so we're going to shield it up. This thing can't really take a hit. And since they did nerf Brutal Swing, guaranteed to drop the attack, that's what was making it so amazing. Being able to take the hits afterwards, but it's... I had it happen to me maybe once or twice in multiple different sets here with it, so... not looking good. I have no idea with this account, man. All right, so we have the Annihilape out here going up against the Greedent, really putting up a battle. I do believe this is going to be a Body Slam here or a Crunch. Okay, always opposite of what I say. So the Annihilape, okay to go up against that thing there, but that Crunch, you know, we did get the defense drop, unfortunately. So going to go ahead and go for the Breaking Swipe before they do land a charge move here, and they're bringing in Guzzlord. So we do have the Charizard in the back with Dragon Claw as well, so we should be able to handle the situation. Potentially, we'll see. We needed to get to that next one, otherwise we were toast completely. So Guzzlord, it can throw a hit pretty good, I suppose. It can take a hit even better, but if you're hitting it with super effective, that's where it's going to actually be taking a lot of damage, especially from Shadow Charizard. Waiting for them to swap. We're going to build up to 2 Dragon Claws here and go ahead and throw before they get to some sort of secret automatic Scold that they'll have ready. That's happened to me 100 times. And we take out the Guzzlord with that Charizard. Let's go. Next game, what are we going to see here? We're going to be met with a Sand Slash. We do have Bulldoze, and we are going to be able to resist that Shadow Claw. But they're also going to have a ground type move as well, and their Shadow, so we're going to have to potentially shield this up if we want to keep ourselves in a comfortable range here. And we're going to go ahead and go for our own Bulldoze here. They're shielding it up as well. We're going to let this next one go. Seeing that the Shadow Claw is not doing that much damage, we will be able to take the hits, but they go for Ice Punch and we get to the Bulldoze. Now, I was experiencing a little bit of an unusual amount of lag today for whatever reasons. So yeah, that's happening. That's awesome. And we're going to go for the Breaking Swipe as they're bringing in a Shadow Dragonite using their last shield as well. So we're going to go ahead and bring in the Charizard. You can see it at this ×2 speed as well, that it's even lagging. And we're getting to the Dragon Claw before they throw. Probably going to have to blame that one on the lag. As you've seen it puttering around, it probably screwed them over. Yes, I'm going to say that because they had the energy to throw, unless they were just screwing around. Anyways, we're going to be seeing a Jellicent back here, and I quickly realized, wait a minute. Are we going to lose? But there's no way that they have enough energy for the Surf before we get to this Dragon Claw here. Charizard, Shadow, just on the next level. I mean, this thing is just too good. After that Wing Attack buff, the thing is just putting in the work all the time. Even taking out Tapu freaking Fins. All right, folks, we're met with a Glissopod. Of course, they're throwing a ground type at me here, but let's just see what happens. So we're going to go ahead and analyze this team. So far, we see a ground. So they're weak to ground, or I'm sorry, water. They don't want to see water or ice, right? Okay, that makes sense. So 1 week to water. Now we have another Pokemon resisting fighting because we had that flyer. So I'm thinking, okay, this is actually going to look pretty good for me here because they do have something maybe potentially in the back weak to fighting. And with our Annihilape, I mean, we're going to be able to run all over them here. Let's go. All right, let's see what they have in the back. Let's see what they're going to bring out here. Oh, we're not going to quite see it yet. That's okay. We're going to let this Charizard go down. It did what we needed it to do. We still have 2 shields, and so do they. And we're getting to the breaking swipe before they do here as we resist the quick move. But again, it's going to come down to what's in the back, and it is going to be a Skeledirge. No kidding. Of course it is. And if I had a water type Pokemon, I would never see a team like this. You better freaking believe it. Isn't it crazy? Isn't it fun? So we're going to have to bait. I honestly wanted to back out at this point because I already knew it was over. It was over. Okay. So it's unfortunate, but a lot of these games do rely on having just a better type advantage over your opponent at the end. That's the rigged system for you. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you all next time. Take care.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!